What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have some Mario design ideas. The Mario items are officially in the game, and I have been kind of racking my brain as to how the heck to use some of these things. Little disclaimer here, not all the Mario items will be shown in this video, and I will say that the Mario items are quite striking. It's very apparent that these are Nintendo items, but we're going to do our best today and show you a few things that I've seen that I think look pretty good. So first of all, I will start off, and look at my little Mario outfit, by the way. I will start off with the Workbench because, oddly enough, you can customize some of these items. So let's go into the customization. It's only 3 items, okay? So first off, we have the shell, which can be done in a green and both a red variant. I love this item, and I'll show you why in a bit. But you can, these are just like simple placed items that I think could really jazz up your island. I like the green variant a bit more, but the red's also cool. And then items that I probably won't be using, we have the large mushroom platform that can be customized. The blue is a very cool color. You don't really see a lot of blue items in this game. And then we also have the green. I've seen this done in a lot of fairy core builds. I think it's a great item. Also, we have the small mushroom platform. We have the yellow, the pink, and the green. I love this color right here. This color is fantastic. But yeah, I just thought I would show you that some of these items actually have customizations. Now, let's get the boring things out of the way first. The items that I think look good placed. So we were talking about the shell before. And I could see this item being used in a lot of, like, I have a swamp over here. I think it's pretty good. Now, the green is a bit vibrant, but I still think it works. Near the ocean as well, I could see some shells there. Now, the thing that I love about this item, and I don't really see a lot of people talking about this, is that once you hit A, it spins. Now, you can kind of control by stopping it where it lands. And as you can see, this is one of the few items that you can actually have placed diagonally. And I think it just gives it a whole bunch of life. See, like, that's sideways. I like when it lands diagonally, and come on, Pat. Sure, that's diagonal. But yeah, I actually do like this item. I will be using it placed around my island. The next item that I've seen that looks pretty good is the super mushroom. So this is an item that, of course, makes that lovely one-up sound, but placed, I would say backwards. You don't really want to see the mushroom face, but I think this could look good in a very foresty build. There are a lot of mushroom items already, but this is just a nice vibrant red mushroom that I think actually would look good in a lot of those forest builds that I was talking about before. Same thing with the one-up mushroom. Again, it's that very vibrant green, but I think it could work. These two mushrooms could work. I know a lot of people want sort of the natural colors, but that's another good item. And then this one, which I'm kind of on the fence about, but I think could look good, is the fire flower. Now, this is the front of it. I also do like the back of it. And I actually like the fact that it moves on its own. Kind of looks like it's blowing in the wind a bit. But I could see this fire flower being used in a lot of builds. Nice red and yellow colors. And honestly, the front, you could even get away with. Like, who cares? There's eyes. Get over it. And I will give an honorable mention to this scary guy right here. This is the thwomp item. And if you walk close enough to it, it does drop. Now, this is actually the thwomp turned completely around. I could actually see this item being used in maybe some temple builds or some weird sort of stone. I don't know. I could see this item being used. Of course, I turned it around. And if you put more than one near each other, it could be cool. It could be good in the horror islands and things like that. But that's just like an honorable mention. I'm kind of on the fence about. I kind of like how it drops down. Could be used in a cool way. All right, so next up we have the warp pipes. And I will admit that, again, the colors of these items are very striking. They are very Nintendo. There is no way to get away from the fact that this is a Mario warp pipe. However, I do think that these items are going to be used in probably 90% of islands just because of the teleportation function, and it's so amazing. So I don't normally do this, but my advice for you would be to sort of hide these items on your map somewhere. And if you couldn't tell already, I actually have another one very close by, and it is down there. So we have another warp pipe. Now, this is cool for a number of reasons. First of all, you can't really tell that there's a warp pipe there. You could even put a bush right up top to kind of block that opening. The other thing is you can actually use these warp pipes if you want to save on inclines, because there is a limit of how many inclines that you can have on your island. And let's go in this pipe right here. And because I've surrounded it with the next level, I don't need an incline to get up. So that's kind of cool. And like I said before, you can put bushes in front of this. You can put fencing. You can really hide these warp pipes. So I never thought I would say this, but this item is great to hide on your island. Let me know what you've been doing with warp pipes in the comments section below. All right, next up, we are going to be covering different uses of the blocks and the floating blocks. And I think this is going to be one of the most popular items that come out of this. Besides the warp pipes, I think that these blocks are going to be a big hit. So all I've done here is I've kind of dug out, what is this, a 2x3 spot. Now the dimensions can be anything you want, but just for this application here, this is a 2x3 sort of dig out. Now what I'm going to do is, and this is such a fun idea, I love this idea, is we're going to make a cave. Or, you know what, it could even double as a building because these are brick, right? So we're going to put these blocks all the way around, and this is sort of the easiest way that I've found. So, all right, let's put these blocks all the way here. Now some people are calling this like a cave of some sort. I kind of like to think of this more as a building. The only thing is, and you'll see in a bit, so this is the border here. So we built that up. Next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to take the floating blocks. Now, these are such a difficult item to judge just because of when you're placing them, they're not always going where you want. That one actually went where I want. So what we're going to do now is we're going to layer the back and the front with the floating blocks. Actually didn't go where I wanted. So let's put the floating blocks here. And this is a really fun idea. And the blocks actually open up a whole new, all new potential for this game. So we're just going to put these here. I'm getting very lucky with the placement of these floating blocks, by the way. Okay. So right here, guys, we now have a way to make a little fort or a little building or something like that. I could see this being used in a number of different ways. Now, the only thing about this, though, that I will say, is I can't place items under here. So let's just try. I mean, you can't do it, but we have the little camper model. It's going to go up top. So we will be covering ideas later for that. But just know that this kind of opens up a lot of possibilities. And I love the addition of having like a little secret fort on your island. I think it's really cute. All right, next up, this is another creative idea we have here. All I'm going to do is I am going to place an orange tree. We're just going to plant it. You ready for this, guys? Okay. So next, we're going to use the same floating block that we have before, and we're just going to put it behind the tree. Now, this is more of a perspective thing. This probably wouldn't fit a ton of aesthetics, but I might be using this on my island. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a dollhouse and we're going to place that up here. Now, you want to do it from the right side. And then, I think you know where we're going with this. Guys, we just made a perspective treehouse. Isn't that amazing? I really, really like the way that that looks. Now, of course, this application would be, placed way down on the first level, and you would have to be overlooking sort of a scene because it wouldn't have, the effect that you want. But we have essentially made a treehouse. Other items that would look good here, star fragments if you want to relive the star tree days, but also if you placed any sort of butterfly or bug model, the bigger the model, the better, honestly. I can only, imagine what the birdwing model would look like. But yeah, I mean, perspective, and the block is actually hidden very well. Like right here, obviously, you know that there's a block, but from up here, can you see the block? I cannot. So I think that's a really fun idea. All right, next up, all we've done is we've terraformed a little gap in between. Now, this is just a very rough idea for you. I like to show very incomplete ideas and kind of have you guys have a little bit control. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to place 2 blocks. Let's just put these all the way to the side. And this is essentially going to be similar to the little fort that we just built. But instead, this is going to be a forced perspective of a bridge. So I think this is a really cool idea. Again, we're just going to place these here. And just make sure to line those up correctly. Then what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the floating blocks. And for this particular example, I'm probably going to do a 2x2 bridge. So let's place this here. And I think this could look really good in a city island. It's so unfortunate because my core that I'm going for probably wouldn't fit this very well, but we're going to try this out. So let's keep building this. Now, I will say that it is a bit tough to kind of judge, you know, where to place this stuff, but it can be done. Let's just do this. All right, so once you're done, it should look like this. We have a nice 2x2 bridge. Now, you can't walk over it, of course. You can't climb up it. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this pocket camp item. We're going to place that up here. And I don't know. I just really like this. And it's a shame that I can't use this aesthetic. But we're going to put this up here. And just imagine, guys. I think that looks so cool. We have a little bridge with some cars underneath. And where I'm standing now, you would place your road patterns. So it's going to look like a bit of an overpass. I just think that's an amazing idea. Now, to kind of piggyback off this idea and give you sort of a bonus thing, if you kept putting floating blocks and you made essentially the bridge longer and thicker, this would essentially become a tunnel, and you could have a giant tunnel maybe going to Red's Beach or, you know, another secret area on your island. So I really enjoy the blocks, and the floating blocks are such a fun item. All right, so there you go, guys. Those are some ideas for the Mario items. If you have thought of anything else, put them in the comment section below. I'm just fascinated by what people are doing with these items. I think they're fantastic. Let me know what your favorite item is. I think, unpopular opinion, my favorite item, well, besides the pipes, I think everyone loves the pipes. This shell item, I really love. For some reason, it's just amazing. And can I get the diagonal? I can. There we go. I'm going to end on that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the very next video. Have a good one.